Hello, and welcome back to Fall of Porcupine here in the BackLog. It's snowing. It's snowing. Hey, Porcupine, all of you! Happy Hibernation Festival! Oh, I do love the soundtrack of this. Such good times. Well, we're back to work. Hopefully nobody else got into fights during the Hibernation Festival. Doc, what are we doing?
Good evening, Finley. Happy Hibernation Festival, Dr. Krakowski. Yes, I hope you had a good time. Yes, it's just the two of us today. Holidays are all well and good, but someone has to keep the lights on here. Yeah, that's true. So, how are things looking? As they should. People actually always feel a little better on days like this. Some are homesick, others are just happy to have some peace and quiet. Still, from a psychological point of view, the Hibernation Festival actually seems to help them. I will take care of our dear Irma today. Please handle your duties. You'll find me in the break room when you're done. All right, see you soon. What do we got? Oh, a new one! All right, 304, we'll start with there, because we're on this side of the wing anyway. And then 303, or P33 and P31. Oh, hello. I would have really loved to go to the Hibernation Festival today.
I'm sure you would. I'm sorry it didn't work out.
It's okay. I've been having my own little Hibernation Festival right here. I just had a coffee with cream and hazelnut. It was the delight of my day.
You have an inflammation of the renal pelvis. Are you in pain?
Yes, but I'm trying not to let it get to me.
All right, but don't make things too uncomfortable for yourself. We can always get you some painkillers if you want. For now, I'm going to give you some medication, help bring the swelling down. All right, we got another medication puzzle. Let's go. Oh, no. No, it's not a medication puzzle. It is, in fact, this one. Oh, wow, there are 3 that are real close to the surface. I think we're going to go with this one. Oh, no. I hope that's okay. Hey, we got a treatment given, and it's an A. Okay, good start to the day. Please tell us if the pain gets any worse, or if you have any problems urinating. You shouldn't really be drinking caffeine this late in the day, but you might find that coffee helps a little. Anyway, I wish you a wonderful Hibernation Festival and a sound night's sleep.
Thank you so much. I'm definitely wide awake right now, I got to admit.
Yes, I would imagine. Don't drink coffee before going to bed. That makes the whole sleep thing so hard. Oh yes, our busy, overworked bat friend. Good evening, Miss Van Gallen. It is important not to get rattled. After every inhalation comes an exhalation. Everything that is closed will one day be opened up again, and vice versa.
May I interrupt for a moment?
Oh. Hello, Finley. I didn't hear you come in. We were just lost in conversation. I bumped into dear Sonia this evening in the cafeteria.
That's one way of putting it. I'd forgotten I was meant to have an important meeting today. Suddenly it got hard to breathe and I passed out again. Dr. Gutierrez brought me back up here.
I have to admit to a certain amount of luck. Benjamin from surgery happened to be passing through at the time, too. He was a huge help on getting Sonia up here safely.
Thank you, Dr. Gutierrez. Yes, this one. Do you have any recommendations for treatment?
I don't know if you're familiar with my approach to treatment, but I believe that the body can only heal with the help of the mind. Medications sometimes only treat the symptom, not the cause. Miss Van Gallen, I wish you all the best, and a natural recovery for both body and mind. Now, I've already taken far too long a break. I wish you both a pleasant evening.
Thank you. You too. You've got red on you. How are you feeling, Mrs. Van Galen?
I still feel a bit out of sorts.
Your blood pressure must have been fluctuating. You had an extremely high resting pulse when you first arrived here. The drugs regulate your blood pressure.
Dr. Gutierrez he kept talking to me until I felt better. He was saying something about my inner core, breathing exercises, that kind of thing. I tried yoga once. Not my cup of tea.
Yes, Dr. Gutierrez has his own way of looking at things. But he wasn't exactly wrong. Let me check your readings. We have to make sure that the drugs are working so you remain stable.
All right.
Let's do the readings. Oh no, it's this one again. I'm gonna fail horribly. All right. Nope. What? I got an A? You shut your mouth. What? Oh, I don't like that's my least favorite. Oh, man, so stressful. Okay, getting my heart rate up. Oh, man. I'm afraid medication will only go part of the way to solving your problem. It'd be wise to develop ways to reduce stress. Yeah, like not playing that minigame again. Unfortunately, this happens to a lot of people nowadays.
But how am I supposed to avoid stress?
Well, there are a few options, but you'll need to work out what works best for you. They don't teach us much about stress avoidance techniques at medical school, to be honest.
The things that Dr. Gutierrez said, they kind of helped. Now I'm going to take a nap. Maybe I'll get lucky and catch Dr. Gutierrez again tomorrow.
Rest well. Okay. Now we got a new owl patient. This ought to be a great time. Why do we have a cow poster on the wall? Dr. Gerda Ginsdorf?
Finally. Bring me back a cup of black tea. Then tell Dr. Theobald that I want to speak to him.
I'm actually your attending physician.
You're a doctor? St. Ursula, save us. You're barely out of diapers. Do they sell medical degrees online now?
Let's not lose sight of the matter at hand, Dr. Ginsdorf. You came to us today suffering from severe tremors. On top of that, you've been complaining of recurrent itching and muscle atrophy.
Liver cirrhosis.
What?
Liver cirrhosis. Are you deaf?
Have you already been diagnosed? I can't see anything here.
I'm a surgeon, child. I've had liver cirrhosis for longer than you've been alive. Accordingly, I'm aware of the high mortality rate once surgical intervention becomes necessary. That's why I'm here. So let's cut to the chase and get down to business.
Oh yeah, all right. So 5 pills. 5 pills. Looking like we need one of those, and then one of these, and then one of these. And then what, 2 of these? Yep. Yep, that's looking right. All the right levels. Let's go. Is that a triple A?
It is a triple A. Let's go. Oh, you don't say.
To make sure it's cirrhosis of the liver we're dealing with, we need to do a liver biopsy.
No.
No?
I already know it's cirrhosis of the liver. What do you take me for? Although I'm sure your accounting department will be thrilled if you carry out a few unnecessary procedures they can charge me for.
What if it's not liver cirrhosis?
Do I have to teach you how to treat me right here? Listen. I like a drink, if you know what I mean.
Excuse me?
I'm talking about chronic alcohol abuse. And your nursing staff insist I don't drink here. So now I have two problems.
Alcohol withdrawal and this blasted liver cirrhosis. According to the latest research, your symptoms could also be triggered by other diseases.
No research. A load of waffle, that's what it is. Well, go ahead. I'm sure you know exactly what you're doing.
You don't sound like you are confident that I know what I'm doing. All right. I finished all the things. Can I go home now? It only took me like less than 10 minutes. But I'm sure I'll get paid in full, right?
I'm done, Dr. Krakowski. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, everything's fine. You're right, the patients really are doing a little better today. I'm glad I'm on the night shift now. It's really quite pleasant.
If you say so. Well, let's see.
Ooh, I got a STEAM achievement. That'll do, Pigeon. Get an S grade. Oh, very nice.
You were really quick today. I like that.
I have one more request for you. Of course, what?
Mrs. de Colma. I've been watching her tonight, and she's not doing very well. She asked if the night doctor would stop by again today. I think she means you. Why don't you go check on her? I'm sure she'll be happy to see you.
Sure, I'd love to. Everyone could use some company today. Oh, no, I didn't get her the candle. Oh, no. Was I supposed to be able to get the candle? I don't remember seeing a prompt. Boo! Mrs. DeCalma? Hey, Irma. How are you doing?
Finley, what are you doing here? I thought you were out celebrating today.
I was. It was great. I met a lot of people, and the stew contest was really exciting. They got the fountain working again for the occasion.
Oh, this brings back so many images for me. So many memories by years gone by. From all the many hibernation festivals I've seen. It was your first one today, wasn't it?
Yes, but you should get some rest, Irma. All that talking gets to your lungs.
No, it's all right. I need someone I can spin my yarns to. I'm very tired. But I would like to tell you one last story.
Irma? What do you mean by that?
It's okay.
What? No, it's not okay at all. We'll get you back on your feet, I promise. I'll get Dr. Krakowski right away. We'll figure it out.
You've already done more than I can imagine. But may I ask one more favor of you?
Of course. What is it?
I'd love another cup of tea. My throat's a little dry, you know.
Of course.
Now, Finley, don't fuss. It's all right.
I'll just dash to the break room. We have tea there. I'll be right back. Hold on. Gotta make some tea. We always have hot water here. Thank goodness. What kind of tea should I make? Black tea, peppermint tea, fruit tea, green tea, winter tea. Oh my, fruit tea, green tea. Let's make green tea. Okay. Now I'd better get this straight to Irma. I have a splash of tea. Finley, taking a break already? No, I'm just getting a cup of tea for a patient. Ah, yes, old Irma has a taste for the finer things. Could you come with me, please? Irma isn't doing well at all. I know. I already went to see her and checked her readings. She's going to die in the next few hours. But we have to do something. What I'm going to do is make myself a cup of tea, too. How can you just walk in here like nothing's wrong? Why aren't you doing anything? I've already done everything I could. Sometimes even the best treatment in the world can't help Finley. But go to her. Make her last hours as comfortable as possible. That is our duty to her now. Make sure she has enough painkillers. I've already tried that too. Oh, sorry, I accidentally overclicked. Unfortunately, I have not been able to reach Giuliano. I'll keep trying and inform him of the situation. Go, now. All right. Irma's tea is getting cold. Okay. Here you go, Irma. Irma, I'm back. And I've got your tea. Irma?
Oh, sorry. I must have dozed off for a minute there. You're a darling. Thank you so much. Just set it down there. I remember my first hibernation festival like it was yesterday. It was already very cold for the time of year. The cars and park benches were buried in snow. But the hibernation festival still had to go on, of course. Gilbert loved hot air balloons more than anything else in the world. But he also had a great fear of flying. And he wasn't the youngest anymore either. Neither of us were. So we compromised by heading to the countryside to watch the balloon race. At least, we used to until it was banned. It was the Hibernation Festival, when Gilbert sat on a hot air balloon for the first time. There was already snow on the roads and the roofs of the houses. The lights, the smells. We were there every year, when it was cold outside and everyone started to come closer together. I'd already bought a hazelnut candle and enjoyed some lovely conversations with plenty of laughter. When Gilbert secretly slipped away. He'd spotted a hot air balloon in the square. Back then, you could still book flights in the winter. They said you could see the whole town from up there. But that year, the balloon remained grounded. The weather was already bitterly cold and very windy. Then all of a sudden, an icy gust of wind blew across the square. Hats and caps flew through the air. Mothers had to hold their children. And that gust of wind blew my Gilbert right into the basket of the balloon. When he picked himself up to climb back out again, he got the fright of his life. The balloon had broken loose and was already rising hundreds of feet above the town. And me? I'd seen the whole thing and leapt desperately at the dangling rope to try and hold the balloon down. But instead, I simply floated away with it. Gilbert helped me into the basket, and the wind carried us higher and higher into the wintry clouds. Porcupine was no more than a small speck of light in the fog eventually. It disappeared altogether. Gilbert could barely move due to his fear of heights. The cold bit into our skin. But I managed to cheer him up. His dream had finally come true, I reminded him, riding in a hot air balloon. Unfortunately, we soon realized that the burner was frozen. But then I remembered the hazelnut candle I bought. So Gilbert and I made ourselves comfortable in the basket of the balloon and lit the candle to keep warm. I don't know how long we sat there, but it was indescribably beautiful. Just us, the sky and the clouds, and the scent of the hazelnut candle. Suddenly there was a bang. The burner had started up again. The heat from the hazelnut candle had thawed it out. Gilbert quickly figured out how to steer the balloon. Even the altitude didn't bother him anymore, but how would we know which way to go? Then, before we could even begin to worry again, I heard it, very softly. The hibernation hymn. The song everyone in Porcupine sings together for the hibernation festival. We strained our ears, and Gilbert steered the balloon straight toward the song. Eventually, Porcupine emerged from the fog. The beautifully decorated marketplace, the snow-covered roofs, and the festival-goers. What a sight! They had broken into song to help find us our way back. Gilbert landed right in front of the fountain, and all the crowd cheered. And that's the story, more or less, of how my Gilbert and I took flight together for the first and last time. He died the following year. I'll be reunited with him soon. Then we'll fly together again. My Gilbert and I. Are they still playing the hibernation hymn in the square?
Maybe. I'm not quite sure.
I think I can hear it. Just faintly.
Yes, they're probably still celebrating. And here's the two of us stuck working the night shift at the hospital, huh?
You're doing a good job with the work. But
Irma?
I made it to the hibernation.
complete the second act. Well, it's time. It's cold. It's frosty. And it's time to say goodbye for this episode. Thank you all for joining me as we experienced one of the hardest parts of working in a hospital. Knowing that eventually death comes for us all.